Hi everyone, welcome back. So hope you're all doing well. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a Grand Lenormand video. I would say at least 6 months, I believe. It's not that I've lost interest in these cards. It's just I've been distracted with other things and, you know, life. But I've recently been getting back into these cards, and I've been translating this book in particular. I have a couple of different books. I don't know which one is my favorite yet, but I do like the simplicity of this one. If you can find it on eBay or thrift books or I don't know, somewhere. It is all in French, of course, but it's easy to translate, like I've mentioned in other videos with Google Translate. By all means, get yourself a copy if it's not too expensive, because it is hard to come by this one. And it is not the same as Colette's other book. She has, I don't know if you guys know about her other book. It's a more recent one. It has a picture of Mademoiselle Lenormand, like the consultant card. Here, I'll show you. On the front, and I think it's like a beige color book. It is by Colette Silvestre as well. That is, I think, a newer book of hers. Well, not new, but like more recent than this one. This one I think is from the 80s. And it's different. It's not the same as this one. This has a few different authors. Also a lady named Lenormand, and we have Arcana Vox as well. So this is a basic book, but I do like just the simplicity of it, and I guess mostly because it's easier to translate because there's less text than in some of the other books. Even talks about the language of flowers. Of course, the flowers in the middle, right? And what else? Order of time. And I wanted to show you, the geomantic symbols. It talks about the meanings of the geomantic symbols on the cards, which I thought was quite useful, although it is easy to find this information on the internet as well. And so I haven't quite translated all of that yet. There is a spread that uses the geomantic symbols. It's an astrological spread on page. I just recently translated it, actually. Here. I translated it into another book, and I haven't actually tried it out yet, so something like that. But maybe I'll do a video on that in the future. Today I wanted to do a video on this spread. This is the success spread, and it uses just the letters on the cards. So I don't know I don't know that there's a lot of information on how to use the letters on these cards. That's why I wanted to go over this spread with you, and just for fun. And I wanted to show you this new deck that I got. I don't believe I talked about it in other videos. Grimaud is currently publishing this deck. Okay, so you can still get the Grand Jeu Lenormand cards brand new from Grimaud. I got this one on Amazon in Canada. So the booklet is all in French, and I translated some of it. It's pretty much very, very, very basic. Even the card definitions are even more basic than anything I've ever seen. So I wouldn't even, this isn't very useful. It'll get you started, but I suggest getting better books than that. And the cards themselves, they're rather large. Trying to think of the name of that tarot deck. The Druid Craft Tarot. They're kind of large like that. It's good cardstock though. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to actually use my homemade deck, just because it's easier to shuffle. And I'm just really bonded with this deck. I've talked about it in other videos as well. I just basically photocopied my 1960s Grand Lenormand, and I reduced the size to fit a playing card, and I just glued it onto my playing card deck that I never use. So yeah. Okay, so this spread, like I said, it just uses the letters on the cards, and it's fun. I tried it out, and I found it kind of fun and interesting, so I will go over that now. So for this spread, you want to take out your consultant cards. You're not going to be using your consultant cards. Okay, so you just put them aside somewhere. And basically you're going to be using only 28 cards. So I'll just read over the instructions quickly. So we practice successes, the name of the spread, to get an answer to a specific question. For this, 28 cards are drawn, and the answers are obtained thanks to the letters placed at the top on the right. So first thing you want to do is think strongly about your question by shuffling and cutting the deck. So just like you would any other deck, you want to obviously think strongly. So the question I'm going to ask here, and I really struggled with coming up with a question, but I figured I'll ask this one. Is Prince Charles going to become king in the next 3 years? Okay, that's my question. Okay, so I'm going to focus and concentrate while I shuffle on that question. Is Prince Charles going to become king in the next 3 years? Okay, so I'm going to cut the deck. I'm going to then take the top and the bottom. I'm just going to take the bottom card and place it there. So we're keeping those 2 cards. All right. So now here's where it gets a little bit complicated, but it's not too bad. Really, it's not. It's just kind of tedious. And you probably don't have to do this, but just because I'm reading from the book, I'm going to show you what the book suggests. So remove the first and last card from the deck. Place these 2 cards on your left. Take out every 5th card from the deck. Then once again, every 5th card from the deck. Then every 8th card of what remains. And finally, every 7th card of the remaining deck. So in the end, you'll have a pile of 28 cards. All right, and I'll show you what I mean. So if you don't want to watch me do this, then just fast forward, I guess, because this might take a little bit of time, but I'll just quickly show you as much as possible here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the pile we're keeping. This is the pile we're not keeping, okay? But we're going to be doing the counting for a couple times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So every 5th card goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, you just leave this here for now. And then we're going to, again, count every 5th card. So you do that twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now we're going to count every 8th card, and we're going to do that once, and then after that we're going to count every 7th card, and then we're done. Then we should have 28 cards. Why it's 28, I'm not sure, but that's the number the book wants us to have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So your last card should be the 8th card, okay? If it's not, that means you must have screwed up somewhere. And then now we're going to count every 7th card. 5, 6, 7. And notice the last card was the 7th card. So we're going to take this pile and we're going to put it away. We're not using it at all. And now we should have 28 cards. I'm just going to count just to make sure. It doesn't matter the order. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Perfect. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to arrange them in any which way we prefer. They don't have to be in any sort of order. Oh, you guys can't see that. Okay, so we're looking to make words out of what we have. Out of the 28 cards that we have, we're looking to make words. And those words should give us an indication of yes or no to our question. And maybe there's going to be other clues as well. So again, the question was, is Prince Charles going to become king in the next 3 years? I personally don't think he is. I think something is going to happen that at the last minute will make Prince William become king. That's just my gut feeling. I just can't see it. But we'll see what the cards say. So this might take me a while. I'm going to actually pause the video and I'm going to see if I can get some words and I'll show you the words just to, you know, save some time. So I'll be back in a bit. I just want to say, you want to first look for words like yes or no. So are there any Y's? I don't see any Y's. Are there any N's? I don't see any N's. This should be fun. Okay, I'm going to see if I can come up with some other words. Okay, so I found a word. I don't know if you see it. It says lose. And also lost. And then here I just noticed get lost. Sorry, that's funny. I don't know, I see like a negative word here. That means that he will lose that title or something. And then of course there's some nonsense words that don't really answer the question, like cat, unless we're thinking of Princess Catherine, right? But I think her name is spelled with a K. I don't know, there is a K, look. There is a K. So yeah, I'm sure I can get many other words, but for now, just to save time, I'm going to keep it as lose. All right, I'm going to show you a few different scenarios that the book talks about, just in case you're confused by the answers. So, results. We get no words. So you can't find, I think that's rare. Like surely you'll find something. But if you get no words whatsoever out of all the 28 cards, that means success cannot be achieved. So that would be a no. And then you can also get contradictory words. So like yes and no. And just silly words like frivolous words. So words that contradict each other. So that then, in that case, what you do is you take all 28 cards, just those 28 cards, you shuffle them and focus on the question again. And then, so let's pretend that we didn't get any words, even though we did. You saw lose and lost. Oh, also cased. I don't know. Also, I just want to see, maybe the word king will show up. That would be something cool. Then I think that would be a yes answer, but K, I don't see any I's or N's or G's. Oh, I do see a G here. And, okay, just real quick. All right, no. Okay, so say there were no words. Or, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. My apologies. So this is if there's contradictory words, confusing answers, like yes and no, or you can even, one read I did, I got the word positive, and then I got no. So positive would be like, obviously, yes, and then there was no, or also bad, B-A-D, so not good. So in that case, you shuffle and focus on your question. Okay, so you're taking the same 28 cards. And then the first word that comes up will give you your answer, according to the book. Now, of course, we already got our answer, but so I don't think we'll get another word, but you never know. And you can just overlap the cards like that, because all you're looking at, again, is the letters, of course. Again, we get cast with a K, though. V, so technically that's not a word. And then, so these you don't rearrange. The second pull, you don't rearrange. You let them come up, and if they don't come up, then I guess that the answer would be no. So I don't really see any words other than cast, which isn't a word. So the answer would be no. But of course we already knew that. Okay, and so that's what you do when the answers are contradictory. Okay. Then the other result is success is positive if we get words like yes, possible, absolutely, positive, etc. Success is negative when we get words like no, bad, impossible, etc. In some cases, we can form names of the months of the year or days of the week that can meet specific concerns. So yeah. It sounds complicated at first, especially when, it's talking about counting the cards, every fifth card, and then every, maybe you don't actually have to do that. Maybe you can just pull out the first 28 cards. I'm sure that could work, but it's actually fun and kind of adds some pizzazz to count the fifth card and then count the eighth card and et cetera, et cetera. So I thought this was fun, and I prefer to do my readings by looking at the pictures, and of course I went over the 3-card spread in one of my videos, so I think I will do some more videos about the different spreads in this book. It is quite good for spreads, so I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.